Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your general new moon reading. This is a general reading for all Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So the messages are for whoever needs to hear them. So take what works, leave what doesn't. Check your own Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs and see if you can make sense of some of these messages. All right, dear universe, what messages do you have for the greatest and highest good for our Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs? What messages, dear universe, do you have for this new moon period, the energies of August 30th? Ooh, cards are just wanting to come out. So I'm sensing a bit of instability with you right now. You've lost faith. It's like life is like overwhelming. You just have a heart. I feel like you're just feeling a little unstable with how life is moving about right now. You know, it could be because you've just split up with a relationship, or maybe you're feeling really unstable about a relationship. Maybe you're involved with a Leo. You know, it's just, I think something comes out. Ooh, a deep, dark secret might come out. But it ultimately brings you to a new beginning, one where you can actually start to move in a real positive direction. Some of you have felt very trapped, you know, and not apart. And all these new cards coming your way. So, yeah, wow, that's really great things. Ooh, good stuff coming your way here. But the issue of you in a relationship is really tenuous right now. And, ooh, let's see what else we've got for you, Gemini. You know, but this is producing some growth. Whatever this issue is regarding a relationship, I mean, there's a decision that has to be made. And I feel like somebody has not pulled their weight in this relationship. And one person was left to do all the work while the other one was off doing whatever they wanted to do. So something gives. Something gives. I feel like, you know, maybe finances force you into a position that makes things start to change. Maybe that's what's making you a little bit unstable with your relationship. You know, but I mean, there's been a lot of sadness between you and your person. Yeah, and a lot of stress. But I do see that things are turning. So that's the good news. Yeah, I think things are turning. I think there's options. I think some of you are finally starting to not compare yourself to others and kind of walk your own road, so to speak. See, I don't think you've been feeling like you could make some moves. Somehow, I think you've been feeling really trapped and stuck. You know, there's a need to let go of something. There's something you're doing, Gemini. It's an old cycle. And you need to let that go in order for you to really be who you are and in your power. And I'm just sensing that you're at that point where you're really ready to do this. Yet, you're not willing to let go just yet. Even though you see that the possibilities are there and that things could really turn around, you're not willing to let go of something at this moment. Ooh. And whatever it is, it's a big dark cloud over your head, and it is time for that to change. Definitely time for that to change, and it's going to take a lot of courage for you to do this. And it's going to require you cutting something out. And again, we're dealing with this issue of the past. You know, I think it's like you're going against what society wants you to do on some level. But boy, there's a lot of guilt on your end for whatever action it is, for whatever it is that you do not want to let go of, that's keeping you so trapped and stuck and unstable in your relationship. And it's almost like you don't want to really face the reality of the pain that's really going on. It's almost like you're masking your sadness and your sorrow. What else do we have for our Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs? Yeah, look at that. You know, this is somebody, this Gemini, I mean, you are trapped in your own emotions. And again, here you are. You're feeling like You're trying to go along with the flock and it's just not working. I mean, there's a new direction waiting for you and a breakthrough to happen, you know, but it's going to require you letting go of something that is holding you back. Here, you know, it's like, you know that all you need to do is fly. You don't have to be alone, all caged up, isolated. You don't. But there's something that you're feeling really guilty about. You know, eventually there is a breakthrough. There is a breakthrough. You have to be open. It's going to require you participating in something. Breaking through from the past. Ooh, you've been in a dark place. Yeah. This need of understanding, you know, it's like, I get the feeling that you're very alone in your relationship. And it's just like you're pretending that you're not, but you really are. Ooh, time to let go of something. Yeah. See, I feel like here we have these threes coming up. See, there's something, a third element, whether it's a third person or a project that you're working on or something that is keeping you from participating, being part of the whole. I think you've been there before. I don't think whatever is keeping you held back that you are not letting go of, this is something that you've held on to for a long time. But it's like you're given an opportunity here, you know, with the sun, to start to turn things around and to brighten your day up a little bit, you know. But again, there's this final completion, and it's this need to let go of whatever this is. And maybe you don't believe that you can really fly with the flock and you're not so caged up, you know, and that maybe you can break free from a mold that doesn't serve you anymore. I mean, for me, it's like, you know, you want to be somebody and you want to be who you are and not just go along. There is some traveling coming. So some of you Geminis may be traveling quite a bit. Here you are breaking free. This is great. See, you're being told to look at what it is that's keeping you from being a part of the greater whole, is what I get. You know, and you're resisting a transformation that will ultimately set you free. So you're hanging on to something, and it's really heavy, and it's weighing it down. And I almost feel like you keep pointing, whatever the issue is, you point it at somebody else, you know, and it's like, oh, well, it's their fault that this isn't working. Well, it's because of, you know, they didn't give me the work assignment that things didn't get done. It's because, you know, we don't have the money. It's like you always have a reason why not to make the change. But you really need to make this change. Because once you make this change, you become the rebel. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to take things into my own hands. And I'm going to break free of whatever has been holding me back. Do you see this person breaks these chains? Barefoot or not. I mean, I'm going to break free of this thing that has been weighing heavy on me. So it's time to come clean. You know, I said this in another reading. I mean, the gig's up, Gemini. You can't pretend anymore that life is one way. It's like the gig's up. So this thing that you're clinging on to from the past that's keeping you from growing, it's time. It's time for you to eclipse it out, cut it out, so that you can really feel like you again. You know, and you break free out of this past cycle that hasn't been successful for you at all. I wonder if you've been drinking. I wonder if that's what it is. It's an addiction that's holding you back. But let's get some cards of clarity here for our Geminis. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for our Geminis. Ooh, see, here's that toxic energy. So, I'm feeling like you, Gemini, you know, you're really out of, I mean, you don't want, this devil energy feeds you, whatever this is. And this devil energy is now out of control. So out of control that you are out of control. You know? I mean, that King of Swords, it's like they would rather, fight the beast. It's like they would rather be this major big beast in all of this and not give up. whatever it is. So I am picking up that this could be a drinking issue, or a drug issue, or a sex issue, or a gambling issue. But whatever it is, it's like you're not admitting how bad it really is. And it really is bad. All right, Geminis, it's really bad. And it doesn't work with anybody. And you're missing opportunities, and your future is going out the door. You know, somebody's left at home, not knowing what to do. It could be your wife, your husband. But I feel like at some point, somebody puts their foot down. You know, whether this is you or them. But you can't, you know, you're riddled with guilt for what it is that you're doing. Because you know it's not good for you or anybody else around you. So you're being given a new beginning. I mean, if you put this down, what happens is like a whole new way of life comes your way. You know, something that you can see manifesting. You know, this Ace of Wands, it's like you are given an opportunity. And good luck. You know, your luck can change if you put this down. All right, Gems? What else we have for our Geminis? See, again, this, oh, well, I'm just going to go out and I'm going to party and I'm going to pretend everything is really great. I'm just going to keep doing this. You know, that's not going to gain you what you want. It's almost like I feel like the universe has given you an opportunity to let go so that you can have these new possibilities. But you're choosing not to move away from something that is not right and not fair. And it's like you're pretending everything is better than it is. It's not working. It's not working, Gemini. You know, it's like everything you think is making better, as long as you're hanging on to whatever it is you're choosing not to let go. Addiction. It's not working. You can pretend it is. But see, it's going to continue to bring you a lot of instability. Definitely going to bring you a lot of instability. And it doesn't matter how much, you know, you try to make up for it. It doesn't, you can't make up for it. The damage has been done. Yeah, in a relationship. So it's up to you to turn this around, Gemini. It's up to you, because it's your guilt. You know, look, it's pulling at you. Whatever it is, it's eating away at you. It's funny, I get the that for some people it has to do with money and the workplace. You know, like you had a job and you were allocated money. And for some of you, you spent that money. And now you're dealing with that. You know, because this is a cycle you have. It's like you can't be the person who runs the cash register because you steal money. You know, it's one of those kind of things. You have no control over whatever this addiction that possesses you. And that's what I feel like you really need to break free. Well, you may need some help. Yeah, I don't think you can do this on your own. You know, because you're not willing to let it go. Wow, Gemini. But if you let it go, look, everything turns around. You know, everything starts to turn around in your relationship. Because right now, somebody is feeling really not connected. Like this Queen of Swords, they're ready to like cut your head. You know, they're like, I don't want you around. If you're going to be like this, go away. You know, if you're going to be over here, then go away. So it's going to take a big, bold move on your part to bring some stability and something that you're carrying. You're going to have to let go of that, whatever that burden is. It's keeping you from your happiness. Because you don't want it to end. See, and that's why I keep thinking, and it sits here with this Three of Cups, it's some kind of an addiction. You know, and it could be any kind of addiction. But I feel like that, you know, it's the kink in your rope right now. Yeah, so, you know, Gemini, I know you don't want to give, it's like, it's almost like it doesn't matter. I think this addiction has such a hold on you, Gemini, that it still doesn't matter. And that's why you live with the guilt. And because you have too much pride to go get help, you know, to turn this around. You know, there's no movement until you make a movement. And right now, you know, you can pretend all you want that life is hunky-dory at home, but it is not. It is not. And it's coming out. And so there's an ending coming, a very painful ending, you know. But this ending has to happen in order to keep this relationship alive. Ooh, well, all right, so that's what I've got for you. You know, make the decision. Let go of whatever it is you need to let go, because you're a wonderful person. And you have this charismatic personality that people want to be like you. So your sense of instability is your own fault. And your sense of instability is what's keeping you isolated, alone. And I think you see what you need to do. And here again, we've got this Queen of Swords reversed. You know, there's so much conflict and fighting. You know, communication is really stressed with whoever it is that you love because of this. And you just don't see an out. You do know what the out is. You know, you've got to get rid of whatever it is that's clawing and eating away at you. And there's your answer. And then things will start working again. All right? So, quit lying. Quit lying to yourself. You don't want to move away from things. You think that, I mean, look, you don't have a money tree. Well, maybe you do. But, you know, I think if you continue in this vein, you know, you're going to see that nothing you do works. You know, and instead you just end up emotionally a mess. So your intuition is knocking on your door to make some changes. And once you make the changes, you're not even going to believe how wonderful life can be. So embrace the change, let go of addictions, put things down that no longer serve you, eat good, sleep good, you know, and you'll feel better. You really will feel better. And you'll start to feel balanced. But you're going to have to make, this is a big shift for you. All right. Like I said in another reading, Gemini, you know, show's over. You can't pretend this isn't going on. All right. I'm going to end it here, Gemini. So I will see you at the next reading. Until then, blessed be. Thank you for tuning in, liking, sharing, and subscribing. I really appreciate each and every one of you. All right, until the next reading, blessed be. Bye now.